No score with the bottom of the eighth coming up. All right. Hey, boy. Porch monkey. I know you can hear me. You know what you're here for, don't you? Huh? You're here to get the dollars for Ricky at the gate. You don't belong here.
Sit down. You sit down or I sit you down.
What's the problem, son?
You're the problem, you got. What the hell kind of man are you? You know he can't fight back. Why don't you try picking on someone who can fight back?
What up, party people? It's your guy, QT Dub, O.D.D. Games Night. We're in the dog days of summer, so you know it's time to jump back into some baseball with MLB The Show, specifically with the Negro League experience. Now, I said back when this game came out that when I finally jumped into some Negro League that I was going to couple it with reading this book so that I could get the overall experience, some more insight of the time period, and maybe some stories of actual players. Now, this book is a book that my late uncle is actually in somewhere. I don't know where because I haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it with you guys. But he ended up, the book came out in 2021 and he passed last year in 2022. But I did have an opportunity to pick the book up prior to one of my last visits with him to let him know I had gotten it. And he was really thrilled about that. And he signed it for me and everything. It says from my uncle, as if I didn't know he was my uncle, Edward Butch Haynes, which was pretty cool. But the book is actually called The Comeback Season. It's by Cam Perrun and Nick Chiles. I'll put it up on the screen. It's available on Amazon. I'll put that description in the I'll put that link in the description as well. The foreword is actually written by Hammer and Hank, and hopefully this leads for a very good story time coupled with some bad MLB The Show footage by yours truly. So let's check it out. All right. Henry Hank Aaron was born in Mobile, Alabama in 1934. In February 1952, he turned 18 years old and joined the Indianapolis Clowns of the Negro Leagues. He played outstandingly for the Clowns and at one point led the Negro American League in batting average, runs, hits, doubles, home runs, runs batted in, and total bases, and ranked third in stolen bases. He drew the notice of Major League scouts and was signed in June of 1952 by the Boston Braves minor league team, the Eau Claire Bears. He rose quickly through the minors, and in 1954, he was called up to the major league roster for the Braves. The Braves had moved from Boston to Milwaukee in 1953 and would move again to Atlanta in 1966. Aaron played for the Atlanta Braves for 20 seasons, from 1954 to 1974, and was one of the greatest major league careers in history. He holds the record for being named to the most all-star rosters, 25. Ranks first in runs batted in, 2,297. First in total bases, 6,856. Second on the all-time home run list with 755, won the World Series in 1957, and was inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility in 1982, having received votes on 97.8% of the ballots. He is currently the senior vice president of the Atlanta Braves and has worked for the Braves organization for nearly 70 years. Let me start by saying if it had not been for the Indianapolis Clowns offering me a chance to play in the Negro Leagues, I don't know what would have happened to me. I have no idea what I would have done. They gave me an opportunity to keep playing a sport I wanted to play more than anything in the world. My dad had played a little baseball, but never went further than playing on the local team. My uncles also played a little on the local teams. Up until I joined the Clowns in 1952, at age 18, I had only been playing on local teams as well. When the Clowns gave me the opportunity to show what I could do, I told myself I would not let this chance pass by. When I was growing up in Mobile, Alabama, I taught myself how to hit by swinging at bottle caps with a broomstick. When you don't have a lot, you take it upon yourself to learn how to do things. You discover what you're capable of. but I never thought that I was developing the kind of special talent by learning how to hit bottle caps. It's just what we had available. My friend Cornelius Giles, who is no longer with us, would pitch the bottle caps to me, or I would just toss them myself, and we'd do this all day long. I've heard people say that the bottle caps gave me the eye to later hit a baseball so well, but I don't know if that's true. I like to feel like God was the one who gave me the eye to do some of the things in baseball I wound up doing. In addition to that, I took it upon myself to learn how to play the game the way it's supposed to be played. I told myself, no matter what happens, you have to be the best you can possibly be. The first professional baseball game I saw was when the Clowns came to Mobile when I was 14 in 1948. They were playing against local scrap teams that were put together from players in Mobile. I was excited by what I saw on the field, but I had an important realization that day. I knew I could play on the same level as those guys. I could compete on a professional level. The atmosphere at that game was so much fun. The black community was excited. We had no other forms of entertainment. To us, this was baseball at its height. This was our major league. I saw kids on the field that day who easily could have put on a major league uniform and played in the white league. Though I wasn't thinking about the white league at the time. Jackie Robinson had just debuted with the Brooklyn Dodgers only a year earlier. I just enjoyed watching them play.